Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. So today you are going to learn 15 essential British slang words that we genuinely use every single day, not some of the outdated things that other YouTubers might try to teach you. And finally, at the end of the video, there is also a really fun interactive speaking exercise, so you guys will get to practice your new expressions right away. Now, before we get started, there are just two things to discuss. Firstly, everything from today's video will be included in a completely free PDF, and the link to that is in the top comment. You just need to hit the link, enter your email, and I will instantly send it to you. Secondly, this entire lesson is actually taken from Module 1 of my new British English Fluency online course, which officially launches today. So I'll share some more details about that later on in the video, and there is also a link in the top comment if you are curious, and trust me, this thing is incredible. Right guys, enjoy the video and let's do this. Expression number 1, chuffed. Chuffed. And if you are chuffed, it just means that you are really happy or pleased about something. It's quite informal and is often used when someone is proud of an achievement or if they're just feeling good about something in general. So, for example, he's chuffed with the new job offer. Couldn't be happier. Bonus tip, you can also say chuffed to bits, which means that you are really happy about something. So, for example, Dylan's lovely students were chuffed to bits with how much they learned during the course. Number 2, knackered. Knackered. And if you are knackered, it just means that you are really tired. This is a classic British expression and is often used after a long day or after a lot of physical movement. So whilst you would normally use knackered to describe a person or maybe even an animal, this can be used on inanimate objects as well. And inanimate just means not alive. So say if you have an old pair of shoes, you could say something like, "Ah, mate, these shoes are knackered. I need some new ones." Or if you wanted to talk about a person, you could say, "She looked knackered after working 3 night shifts in a row." Number 3, shattered. Shattered. And shattered just means the same as knackered. It means that you are really tired. However, unlike knackered, we only use this to talk about living things, so not inanimate things like an old car or an old pair of shoes. We only use shattered to talk about people and maybe sometimes animals. So, for example, after that long hike, everyone was completely shattered and went straight to bed. Number 4, dodgy. Dodgy. And if something is dodgy, it just means that it is suspicious or unreliable in some way. This is informal and we normally use this to talk about people, places, or deals. So, for example, she heard that area of town was a bit dodgy and was full of dodgy people doing dodgy things. Number 5, brolly. Brolly. And a brolly is just a British way of saying umbrella. Nice and easy. So, for example, don't forget your brolly, mate. It's gonna start raining later. Number 6 is actually a very mild swear word, so it's up to you if you want to use it, but native speakers use it all the time. It's not that rude, and the whole point of this course is to help you to actually sound like a native speaker, so I'm just gonna teach it to you anyway. And the word is bollocks. Bollocks. Now this actually has 3 different meanings. Firstly, if something is bollocks, it can mean that it is completely and obviously untrue, or it just doesn't make any sense. So, for example, mate, that story is total bollocks. There's no way you saw the Queen at the pub. Secondly, as mentioned, it can also be used as a mild swear word for when you are frustrated. Ah, bollocks. I left my wallet at home. And thirdly, it also means testicles. Yeah. But you probably don't really need to know that. Now, as mentioned, bollocks is a mild swear word. It's not that rude, so I'd save this for informal situations only. Bonus tip, you can also say that something is the dog's bollocks, and that just means that it is really good. Yeah, the dog's bollocks means that it is good. Don't ask me why. Maybe dogs just have nice bollocks. Number 7, rubbish. Rubbish. and rubbish is just the British equivalent of trash or garbage. So you put rubbish in the bin. However, if something is rubbish, it can also mean that it is low quality. So, for example, the weather's been rubbish all week. I'm ready for some sun. Bonus tip, again. That's rubbish can also mean that something is obviously untrue or that it is nonsense. So yeah, kind of like a less rude version of that's bollocks. So, for example, he told me that pineapple on pizza is actually illegal in Italy. What a load of rubbish. Number 8, mental. Mental. So in English, the word mental normally just refers to someone's mind. I'm sure you've heard the term mental health before. However, in the UK, if we say that something is mental, it means that it is really crazy or surprising. So a party can be mental, a person can be mental, a situation can be mental. If it's crazy, then it's also mental. Now this is quite informal, but it's not really rude, unless you are calling someone else mental, in which case, yeah, could be a bit rude. So for example, mate, you spent £500 on a jacket. That is mental. Bonus tip, if you go mental, that just means that you suddenly become very excited or very angry about something. So, for example, the fans went absolutely mental after the last minute goal went in. Sorry guys, you know we needed a football example. Come on. Number 9, miffed. Miffed. And if you are miffed about something, it just means that you are a bit annoyed or upset, but not too angry. It's informal and is often used in a light-hearted way. So, for example, I was a bit miffed when they cancelled our plans last minute. Number 10, skint. Skint. And if you are skint, it just means that you have no money. You are broke, and that is just another way of saying skint. It's very informal and is often used in casual conversations. So, for example, I'm sorry, but I can't go out this weekend. I'm absolutely skint, mate. Number 11, nutter. Nutter. So a nutter is someone who is a bit crazy. Once again, it's informal and it's often used in a jokey way. So, for example, she's a bit of a nutter when it comes to rock climbing. Number 12, gutted. Gutted. And if you are gutted, it simply means that you are really disappointed about something. This is a very common one. So, for example, I am absolutely gutted that they're shutting down the Chippy. By the way, a Chippy is a fish and chip shop. See, you're already learning so much. I think it's safe to say that this course is truly the dog's bollock. Number 13, chunder. Chunder. So if you chunder, it means that you throw up. It's informal and is often used as a humorous way to say that someone has been sick. So, for example, I had too many drinks last night and ended up chundering all over myself. How lovely. Number 14, full of beans. Full of beans. And if someone is full of beans, it means that they have loads of energy. So this is a fun, positive expression. And I know that it might sound a little bit silly, but I promise you, every British person will know what this means. So, for example, he was so full of beans, he couldn't sit still during the meeting. Number 15, last but definitely not least, we have banging. Banging. And if something is banging, it just means that it's really good. This is an informal piece of British slang and it's often used to describe food, music, or experiences. So, for example, that new pizza place is absolutely banging. The best I've had in ages. Right guys, it is now time to practice your new expressions, but before we get to that, I just want to quickly show you something. So as mentioned, this entire lesson is taken from my new British English online fluency course, which officially launches today. And I would just like to quickly share some more details with you. Are you ready to become fluent in all areas of British English in a fun and interactive way? Well, if so, I would like to introduce you to my ultimate British English online course, which consists of 5 different modules covering everything that you need to know to become confident in English. Let's start with Module 1, Vocabulary, and this contains over 40 exclusive lessons teaching more than 250 of the most essential and advanced words and expressions that you need to know to be a fluent speaker. I go into extreme detail, explain all of the nuances, and of course give you the opportunity to practice everything you have learned in fun, interactive speaking exercises and self-paced quizzes. We do also have fun, comprehensive PDFs included with every lesson so you can study at your own pace and your very own certificate when you are done. Module 2 is all about mastering your British accent. Here I will teach you the essential theory and then its practice time, which includes shadowing over 500 essential words, stories and expressions until you are able to perfectly imitate my natural modern RP British accent. Module 3 is the speaking section, which analyzes real-life conversations that I have had with other native British speakers, looking at why we use certain expressions and most importantly how you can use them to sound native as well. I've also recorded real-life conversations with my own students so we can analyze the common mistakes that you may also be making. And of course there is a lot of speaking practice as well. Module number 4, Listening, and this contains several different tests from the B1 to C2 level with fellow native speakers, international learners, audio-only clips and more. And finally, Module 5 is a fun bonus section where I will teach you all about British culture and everything that you need to know before moving here. So starting today, Friday the 11th of April, you can now get early exclusive access to the first module of this incredible course and start learning right away. So you will instantly get all the lessons and PDFs from Module 1 and then immediate access to the other 4 modules as soon as they're available in the coming weeks. Not only that, but if you purchase now, you will also get a huge £100 discount as well as lifetime access to all 5 modules, including any additional videos and lessons that I add in the future. Honestly, I have poured my heart and soul into making sure that this course allows you to become fluent and confident in all areas of British English, and I know that you will love it. However, if for whatever reason you don't, it's all good because you are completely covered by my 30-day, no questions asked, full money-back guarantee, so you can try the course completely risk-free. I'm only opening this early access exclusive discounted offer to a select number of students, so don't wait. Hit the link in the top comment and get started right away before it's too late. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you there. Hello and welcome to your first interactive speaking exercise. Here you will get the opportunity to practice your new expressions in a realistic, everyday situation. So how does it work? Well, I will show you a real-life conversation and you will play one of the characters. When it's your turn to speak, I will put 3 sentences on the screen and it's up to you to choose the most natural response. You will have 7 seconds to decide, but feel free to pause the video if you need more time. Finally, at the end, I'll reveal the correct answers so you can check how you did, and we'll also show you how the full conversation should have gone. So feel free to grab a pen so you can write down how many you got correct. And of course, remember to check out the free PDF for all of the answers and explanations as to why they were correct. Good luck. Okay, so let me give you some context. We have 2 friends called Henry the Millionaire and Sarah, and they randomly see each other at the supermarket. I will be Henry and you will be Sarah. Now, just so you know, Henry the Millionaire can be a bit confident at times, we'll say, but you will grow to love him. Enjoy. Oh, all right, Sarah. It's me, Henry, the millionaire. It's been ages. How are you doing? Oh, nice. Congrats. I mean, I personally can't get promoted any further, but, you know, good job. So, did you do anything to celebrate? Oh, you slept. How exciting. No, I'm just joking. That's fair enough. I've been so tired lately as well. Yeah, you do look quite tired, actually. No offense. Anyway, I went to that new restaurant in town last night. Yeah, well, I heard that as well, but honestly, it was quite disappointing. Yeah, it was actually, and the service was terrible as well. It took them over an hour to bring the drinks out, and when I asked them why, they told me it was because they were sculpting the ice cubes themselves. I know, I couldn't quite believe it. I mean, you don't even need ice cubes for champagne, especially the expensive stuff, which, of course, I drink. Anyway, I was thinking about going for a beer later. Do you fancy joining? I mean, obviously, I can't relate to that, but fair enough. Anyway, I'll be going to that new bar on Queen Street if you change your mind. Yeah, so did I, to be honest, but they have 2 for 1 tequila shots, so it should be alright. Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing that. Anyway, speaking of bad things, I just heard that Jack didn't get that job he applied for. Yeah, poor guy. I mean, sometimes I forget that some people fail at things, but I can't relate, obviously. Anyway, I saw Dave earlier at the gym at like 5 a.m., and he told me he just got back from a 30-mile run. Yeah, he is a bit mental, to be honest. Anyway, Sarah, I was wondering if. Oh, sorry. This is one of my fellow millionaire friends. We just closed a huge deal together. I'm sure you can relate. Probably. Well, I certainly like to think so. Anyway, it was lovely to see you, and I'll catch you later. Hello, you're talking to Henry the Millionaire. Lucky you. So, how can I help you today? Right, well done for doing that. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't worry, that won't be the last you see of Henry the Millionaire. Brilliant. Now, let's have a look at how that conversation should have gone. Oh, all right, Sarah. It's me, Henry, the millionaire. It's been ages. How are you doing? Oh, hi, Henry. I mean, yeah, I actually just got offered a promotion at work, so I'm pretty chuffed about that. Oh, nice. Congrats. I mean, I personally can't get promoted any further, but, good job. So, did you do anything to celebrate? Right. Well, honestly, I was absolutely knackered when I got home, so I just slept. Oh, you slept? How exciting. No, I'm just joking, that's fair enough. I've been so tired lately as well. Same. I mean, I'm still shattered, to be honest with you. Yeah, you do look quite tired, actually. No offense. Anyway, I went to that new restaurant in town last night. Oh, really? How was it? I heard the food there is banging. Yeah, well, I heard that as well, but honestly, it was quite disappointing. What? Why? Was the food rubbish or something? Yeah, it was actually, and the service was terrible as well. It took them over an hour to bring the drinks out, and when I asked them why, they told me it was because they were sculpting the ice cubes themselves. Wow. What a load of bollocks. I know, I couldn't quite believe it. I mean, you don't even need ice cubes for champagne, especially the expensive stuff, which, of course, I drink. Anyway, I was thinking about going for a beer later. Do you fancy joining? I would, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty skint at the moment. I mean, obviously I can't relate to that, but fair enough. Anyway, I'll be going to that new bar on Queen Street if you change your mind. Oh, really? Because I heard it's a bit dodgy there, mate. Yeah, so did I, to be honest, but they have 2-for-1 tequila shots, so it should be alright. Ugh, tequila. That stuff always makes me chunder. Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing that. Anyway, speaking of bad things, I just heard that Jack didn't get that job he applied for. Oh, really? Oh, that's so sad. He must be gutted. Yeah, poor guy. I mean, sometimes I forget that some people fail at things. But I can't relate, obviously. Anyway, I saw Dave earlier at the gym at like 5 a.m. and he told me he just got back from a 30-mile run. What? Wow. That guy is officially a nutter. Yeah, he is a bit mental, to be honest. Anyway, Sarah, I was wondering if... Oh, sorry. This is one of my fellow millionaire friends. We just closed a huge deal together. I'm sure you can relate. Probably. Wow. Well, Henry, aren't you just the dog's bollocks? Well, I certainly like to think so. Anyway, it was lovely to see you, and I'll catch you later. Hello, you're talking to Henry the Millionaire. Lucky you. So, how can I help you today? Right, guys, and there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, I would seriously recommend checking out the rest of the course. I mean, the first module alone has taken me about 6 months to make. It's absolutely brilliant, and it literally covers all of the expressions and pieces of vocabulary that you need to know to be fluent in British English. And there are loads more of these fun, interactive speaking exercises and a lot more Henry the Millionaire as well. Brilliant. So you can hit the link in the top comment right now to get instant access, claim your £100 discount, and of course try everything risk-free with my 30-day no questions asked money back guarantee. And of course remember to claim your free PDF whilst you are there as well. Right guys, thank you again for watching. I post new videos every single Friday, so remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next week for another lesson. Cheers.